Okay, welcome to the last review. We did it. We did it. We did it. Let's get this fast and easy. We just did this last unit. It should be fast and easy. Economy. There's three set of economy. It's traditional economy, command economy, market economy. Economy, when it comes to traditional economy, you do the same thing that your father, your grandfather, your great grandparents, whatever the case is. You're just doing the same thing that the ancestor did. They use bartering when it comes to traditional economy, and bartering traditional economy only exists in small community. It's not a real thing when it comes to country. Command economy is when economic decision is made by government. Most communist country is leaning command. Now, there's a reason why I say leaning command. No country is pure command. There is government. When there's government, at the end of the day, government get to decide on their own, making it more of a citizen control. Same thing for market economy. Market economy, economic decision is made by individual and business, no government. And there's no such thing as pure market. We talked about this. Imagine me giving everybody freedom to do whatever. Although it sound good, but I don't trust y'all. I don't know what y'all gonna put in y'all dirty. Y'all are not gonna wash no hands, making foods. No, there needs to be regulation to make sure that y'all are following certain standards. That's why every single country is mixed economy. It's either that they swing command or they swing market. Economic decision is made by individual and business with some government protecting citizen. Like I just said, you guys make a restaurant, y'all just make sure you guys follow this safety code. If you follow this safety code, you're free. And make sure you remember again, every single country is mixed economy. This is a economic continuum. It goes from command economy and market economy. Um, we talked about few countries, United Kingdom, Germany. They base on whatever number that they give, you place it on there. 50 being the perfect mix. If the number is below 50, they're leaning more command. If the number is higher than 50, leaning more to market. Now, trade. Very important. A lot of you guys missed this. Specialization is when country is good at one thing and they just really spam that thing. So they make that thing their profession. They make it perfect. So there is a example here. United States, they specialize in timber, as you guys can see in this chart. They only have 500 steel, but they have 1,800 timber. Canada, on the other hand, they specialize in steel, so they have 1,800 steel, but 500 timber. What they can do is they give them steel and they get timber from them, which will make their trading great. That's why specialization is important. Now, when it comes to currency exchange, very simple. You go to different country, they're not going to use the same dollar with you. So you need to change that money to their money so that they can, exchange goods and service easily. There's going to be some country that will literally rather take dollar, but at the end of the day, giving money of their giving their own currency is just the ethical way. It's just the best way to do it. Trade barrier. Trade barrier is things that stops trade. Physical trade barrier we talked about, like for example, Alps is north of Italy. It's hard to cross over, so that's physically stopping them for trading. But what we're going to talk about is not physical trading, but political trade barrier. It's like tariff, quota, embargo. We had one word for each: tariff, tax, quota, limit, embargo, ban. What that means is this: tariff is tax on import. If this headphone is from Italy, it's $450. If this headphone is from United States, it's also $450. But because we're gonna now put tariff on Italy, now that Italian made headphone is suddenly $500 because I added a $50 tariff. Now, of course, people are going to want to buy more United States product because United States product is now cheaper. That other stuff is more expensive. You're going to want to buy a cheaper product and from your country. It helps your people, your country. Quota is limit. Let's say that headphone, same headphone. Now there's no tariff, but now the Italian headphone, they're selling it for $100, but it's limited. Now United States put a quota so they can only have 100 of that headphone imported. So now there's only 100 of that headphone, making that headphone cost a lot. So instead of $100, they decided to sell it for $1,000. It all got sold out in less than an hour. That Italian company made $100,000. But guess what? The United States, they didn't have quota in the headphone. Matter of fact, it barely costs any money to make headphone. They sold headphone for same price, $100, but they were unlimited. They made millions of them. Guess what? They sold all 100 million in 3 months. They made $100 million. That limitation make that Italian thing cost more, and of course, people would rather buy cheaper and more. When there's more availability, people are going to buy more of that. It's not a rocket science. There's more of that. You're going to buy more of that. Embargo, it stops trading with other country. So that's like United States with Cuba or North Korea with South Korea. We don't like each other, we're not going to trade. Very simple. Next, natural resource capital good, human capital, entrepreneurship, GDP per capita. We're going to go this very quick because it's easy. We talked about this. Natural resource, things from nature, water, soil, oil, mineral, easy. Capital goods, man made good. It's things that you make so that you can use it as a tool. Computer, machine, factory, technology. We talked about how if you're a baker, if you're a chef, the capital good that's going to make your bakery successful is going to be buying a better oven. Us in Gwinnett County, we invested in Chromebooks so that you guys can work more efficiently, better technology, better education. Now, human capital, the word human is the worker that makes the goods that make the society working. They need education to get this job. Doctor, engineer, scientist, teacher, construction worker, all these people that needs to get this proper training so that they can get this money. Now, entrepreneurship. A lot of y'all wanted to become entrepreneurship. I'm gonna leak it again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make it official. We're going on a field trip May, second week of May. We're going to go to a biz town where you guys will be working as an entrepreneur. You guys will be a CEO, worker, bank teller, all different thing. Y'all will hear more detail after you guys come back from this break. But entrepreneurship is when people create product and they make business. They start business. Those are people like Walt Disney, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Jay-Z. I mean, bro, Kanye, Elon. You can go off, man. Entrepreneur, people that makes business. GDP and GDP per capita. Very simple. And thank you, Chloe, for this beautiful answer because that really made everybody understand way better. GDP is country's income, is how much that country made in that year. Very simple. How much the United States make in this year? Everybody in United States combined total, how much did we make as a country? GDP per capita means per person. GDP per capita is just, okay, whatever you got that number for GDP, whatever number that you got for that country, divide by population so that we can see on average how much is people supposed to make in your country? An average. That's GDP per capita per person. Now, of course, higher GDP means higher standard of living. The more GDP that a country has, it basically means probably that country have a better lifestyle. People or probably cities are everywhere. They can have fancy store, shopping malls, and things like that. Higher GDP tends to have higher standard of living, and most important, literacy rate, ability to read and write. That also increased the GDP because if people have higher literacy rate, that's better education they can get. If they can get better education, That's better job and better efficiency, better company. I mean, education literally saves everybody, folks. That's what they say. Struggle now so that as soon as you graduate, you're going to know exactly what you're going to do. Struggle now, man. Struggle now. You're going to thank yourself later. Now we're going to go straight into our questions, our last questions for this review. Now, it's talking about the chart, comparing different goods that countries specialize in producing compared to goods they need to import, shown below. Let's see what they're talking about. US, they specialize in producing agriculture, they need to import fuel. So, what we need to see is we need to match this. We need to see what we're specializing and what we need to bring in. So, agriculture, we have agriculture, we need fuel. Which one has fuel that needs agriculture? We see right here Saudi Arabia needs fuel and they need agriculture. So, US and Saudi. Which one talks about US and Saudi? D. So, that's the answer. But let's go over it. Mexico and Australia. Mexico got manufactured goods, agricultural product. Australia got fuel, mining. They need manufactured good. They need what they got, but they don't need that. So no. Saudi and Mexico. Saudi got fuel and they got agriculture. They both need agriculture, so that can be it. U.S. and Australia. U.S. agriculture, Australia fuel. That's pretty good. They both specialize two different things, but they both need different things. So that will make D the correct answer. All right. Now, this very, very easy. Again, we literally talked about one letter, one word answer. Tax, limit, ban. So, what is it? Tariff. I'm just going to drag that right here. Tariff, quota, embargo, physical trade barrier. Again, tax, limit, ban. Tax, tariff, limit, quota, ban, embargo. Very simple, folks. Now, total value of all goods and service producing country in set time of period. Again, shout out to Chloe. This is talking about GDP. How much is a country making? The total value in 1 year set time period. We're going to figure out what the title is. Let's see. Every country lacks certain natural resources. Country focus producing limited number. Country benefit from trade. I guess this is talking about why people need to specialize. Because if you specialize, you're of course going to lack on certain thing, but that is why you trade that certain thing. Country focus on producing limited number of things good efficiently. This is a dead giveaway. Efficient and focusing on limited number of things, one thing. All right, last one. European trade. The economies of the member nation of the European Union are open and connected to each other. The EU's goal is to help EU citizens study, live, shop, work, and retire in EU country. To do this, it allows free movement of goods, service, and people in one single market. The European Union is free trade zone. These policies work to increase trade and therefore the profit of member nation. This passage describes which of the following purpose of European Union. This is talking about great things about European Union. Let's see. Security for non-members. It's not talking about non-members. It's literally talking about the member. Removal of trade barrier between member nation. We'll pause on this because this does sound good because it talks about live, shop, work, trade, doing all that. Uniform currency for a member nation. Now, we know EU. Greatest thing is euro, but it doesn't talk about euro right here, so it's not C. Democratic practices for member nation. It doesn't talk about democratic. It will be B. Removal of trade barrier between member nation, making living in EU a great thing amongst member nation. Folks, we did it. Oh well, we did it. Good job. I'm really proud of you guys for first semester. Second semester, let's really be better. Just as a whole. Man, that's it. No more word. Lock in. It's time for test. Hey man, I'm proud of you. Just do your best. As long as you actually try it, as long as you can say yourself, I watched a video, I did review, whatever result you get, I'm sure you will be happy with it. If you're not, come talk to me. Have a great day. I'm out.